Alrighty guys, so today we have ourselves a slew of Perixx products. We got ourselves a keyboard, a mouse pad, and go figure, a mouse. Alright, so we're going to start with the gaming mouse pad, because in the end this is going to be supporting everything on top of it, and it's going to really add to the aesthetic of your gaming environment. So we're going to go ahead, take this out. I personally have one of these. I already had a review about a year ago or so of this particular product. So I asked that they send another, and you will all find out why in a little bit as to why I requested another. So here you go. Kind of like, you know, kind of your everyday kind of mouse pad material, but nice and oversized. The kind of sexy Perixx logo going on right here. Very not overly shiny black matte kind of a look. Rubberized bottom, so this is not going to slide anywhere. You're going to put all your peripherals on top of this, or practically everything else you want except food. I would certainly recommend no food. So next we have the mouse, and in this case it would be the MX2002, I believe, the Roman numeral 2 there. This is a programmable gaming laser mouse. I'm going to read the box really quick. It's got DPI adjustment, 8 buttons, surface tracking speed of 30 Gs apparently, and this is laser, not optical. Gold-plated USB, braided cable, 150 IPS speed. I believe that's the tracking. Anyway, so rubber black painting. So more of a rubberized painting is what they're going for there. So what do you get in the box? You get the software CD. You may want to use this for your utility to program the mouse. You can download this off of the Perixx website as well. And you also get some weights. So this is going to be an adjustable mouse when it comes to weight. If it feels too light in your hand, maybe you have bigger hands and it feels too light, you want to add some weight in the rear of it, so we'll get to that. So taking out the mouse right here, you see that little soft rubberized kind of coating that they were talking about, the braided cable, this kind of black and red sheath around it. Gold-plated USB, that's going to just help with the connection a little bit, but it doesn't really make that big of a difference. Here you have the bottom. This is where you put your weights, so you want to adjust how much the mouse actually weighs by inserting them here one by one. All of them are just a few. Get a close up of that. Then here you have all your buttons. You have left and right, center with the scroll wheel, of course. These will be your DPI switches for up and down, and your LEDs will be, and this will be knocking over as well. So let's just leave that there, and don't, my cameraman's laughing. So these will be your DPI switches. It will be changing the LED colors as you switch, and I'm pretty sure you can assign those colors to different DPIs as well. You see some of the light, one of the obvious spots for the lights to be coming out through here, and you do have some illumination here via the mouse wheel. Here we have a nice little, very discreet, not overly in your face kind of Perixx logo, very discreet looking, kind of hidden there. The brand right there etched into the plastic there. This is mostly plastic. I believe these are Amaran switches. They feel very, very nice and soft and tactile, so I'm pretty sure I believe they are. So talking about the weights, they come in this little mint holder where you get your Altoids from, and no, Altoids is not sponsoring this video. Oh, look at that. Here you get some replacement rubber feet pads here for the bottom of the mouse. So that's very nice. I did not know that. Look at that. So these start to wear down, these little polyurethane feet, more than likely. I'm pretty sure they're polyurethane. You want to go ahead and replace them over time because they do tend to wear out, but that happens to pretty much any mouse. And then here are your weights. Slew of weights, because you don't want to be waiting around all day. You want to be gaming, right? All right, so now it's time for the keyboard. In this case, it is a PX 1800. This gaming keyboard is also backlit. A couple things it says on the front, full size, that's obvious. 18 hotkeys, backlit, illuminated, anti-ghosting feature. In the back, pretty much it's going to sum up the rest of it. It does have Windows lock keys. I forgot to mention that. And yeah, the programmable hotkeys, you can load up your internet, your mail, you can mute sound. Yeah, a whole lot of things that usually come on many other keyboards. But here's the unit itself. Comes in this little soft wrap. You have your user manual right there if you actually need to read it, but it should be pretty much self-explanatory. And then here is the actual keyboard. Very lightweight. I want to say a little bit of flex to it, but again, this is one of the more economic, entry-level choices from Perixx. So if you want something that's going to survive the zombie apocalypse, this may not be for you. But if you want something that gives you a better aesthetic at your desk, especially right here with this kind of setup. So you got your mouse over here to your right. Obviously, your cords aren't going to look like this. but then here's a nice little setup as to what it will eventually look like if you were to go this route. Got your mouse, got your gaming keyboard, everything's going to be nice and backlit. Here are your programmable keys over here on the side. These actually light up as well. I believe the logo is also going to light up. Everything here is backlit. So as you can see, we finally have everything connected, everything's lit up. You have various colors that you can pick between for the mouse here. Right now it's breathing, but as you change your DPI, you're going to see the left-hand side increase in level here as your DPI increases or decreases. Again, this has 8 buttons, all programmable. And here is the keyboard. Everything's already lit up. You have your illumination control or adjustment of the illumination right over here with this button from lower to increase it or decrease it, or you go to a breathing, which is going to cycle through other colors from green, red to almost a lime yellow kind of color, and then back to green, and then again with the red. You can manually switch the colors here, but let me go ahead and shut it off. Now you're back to solid green color, red. And to that kind of yellowish, I don't know, lime, I suppose. Then off. You have a WASD key, your Windows lock right there. It lets you know the Windows key is locked, so when you're gaming over here, you're not accidentally going to click it. And that's pretty much it. You do have a nice backlight here. It looks like every light is nice and even. Again, this is the more entry-level economic one of their choices there, and by that it also is a membrane, rubber dome keyboard. Okay, so here you have the back, pretty much all still plastic. You have some feet over here for non-slippage. They seem fairly good. Here are the feet. However, there's not a whole lot of weight to the keyboard. It doesn't really weigh that much at all. It's frankly very, very light. However, it would have been nice to see some rubberized, little spots here on the feet. They seem fairly simple feet. I mean, granted though, like I said, the setup is going to be right here on this mat with the entire system that this is all going to be built around with. So it's not really going to go anywhere. It is sliding a little bit, but again, this doesn't weigh a whole lot. So I don't really think that, there's going to be much of a problem with that. So in the end, guys, it's just one big showcase of a variety of Perixx products here. We have the DX1000 XXL desk/mouse pad. It's great, adds some nice aesthetic to your gaming kind of environment. You have one of their gaming keyboards right here and one of their gaming mice, all kind of matching colors, very nice. However, you can look at their other, vast variety of products. If you don't quite like these colors, just visit them at perixx.com. However, in the end, this is all going to be part of a big AMD, full-on AMD system build. So if you want to catch that video, you better make sure you're subscribed. Give this video a like if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. But do stay tuned for the full-on build video, where it's going to be a nice showcase of the whole system. Windows 8.1, 6-core processor, video card, the works. It's loaded up to the hilt. And I'll be revealing that to a friend of mine who's been wondering where the hell the PC has been for the past month, but it's frankly finally done, and now we have a bunch of peripherals by Perixx, which, thank you Perixx, a bunch of peripherals by them to round out the system, and now it's ready to be delivered. So stay tuned for that video, and guys, as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. So you have to remove the back plate here, and then you have to take your plutonium pellets one by one, insert into the reactor core. And then, once you have reached the optimal amount of plutonium, and granted that you're still alive and breathing and able to deliver the device to the source, you want to, well, first off, you have to wash your hands. You won't be touching your lovely honey when you just touch the plutonium pellets. And then you put, you know what, it doesn't close, but that's okay, it's going to go boom anyway. Fahrvergnügen!
Das Frugen dachend! Verdammt!
Flicken fucking Maufen! Nein! Nein, nein, nein! Ja. Back plate, back plate, back plate, back plate.